these requirements into the quality management system. Quality management system, we saw the product realization is one of the key process in the process approach diagram which we have seen. So product realization, during product realization, having risk management as per 14971 is also a critical requirement in 13485. So similarly, what we saw in the previous slides, this is taken care by the software classification, analyzing the software contributing to hazardous situation, risk control measures, risk management verification, risk management of software changes. Then let us go into the design process. Design process in the standard quality management system, it clearly specifies through a PDCA, that is plan, do, check and act methodology. So you need to do the plan first, you need to determine the inputs, you need to do the design, you need to identify what is your deliverables, you need to develop the product. During the development product, you will have various checks and balances through reviews, and then you have your verification and validation to ensure whatever you have started is the one which you have made. So that is in brief about the design process requirement in the quality management system standard of ISO 13485. How this is related into your SDLC, we will see now. Software development planning. So there is a clear requirement of software development planning. So before you start the activity of going into an actual development, you need to have a clear plan in place. What are all the elements which has to be mandatorily there in the software development plan is detailed out in the standard itself. You need to identify the team, you need to identify the process model which you are going to follow, you need to identify how you are going to control the configuration, you need to identify how you are going to verify, you need to identify the risk management methodology, how you are going to go about. So all these elements are mandatorily to be there in the software development plan. Then inputs, requirement analysis. The standard clearly specifies what are all the things which you need to mandatorily consider as requirements in the software development and how to review these requirements and how to identify critical requirements. That methodology is also clearly given in the standard. Then as per your workflow model, it flows, you have the requirements defined, then you go into an architectural design, then you go into a detailed design, then you go into an implementation and verification plan, and then integration and test plan. So this is how you go about with respect to the inputs and the actual design part of it. What are all the design outputs you give? Design outputs are all your process documents, what you have followed, and finally the build what you make is an design output over here. Review, there are various methods in which you can do the reviews. That is absolutely depending on your style of functioning, but you need to have reviews at appropriate stages so that you can catch hold of any corrections or any fine-tuning or any adjustments to be done at the beginning stage itself, which is going to help you in the meeting the timelines as well. Verification activities and validation activities, we have the software system testing, software system release, and software modification implementation, which is also related to design and development change requirements. So design and development changes also need to be controlled based on the quality management system requirements. So how we are going to do that is we need to establish a maintenance plan, and also we need to have a clear configuration control which is linked to the identification and traceability of the product. So you need to have the configuration control in place. And the quality management system, we saw we need to take the feedback and take actions to maintain an effective system. So those requirements are addressed through the software problem resolution process. So you need to have a clear methodology of reviewing the feedbacks, analyzing it and taking appropriate action, and if required going to the maintenance part of it or into the modification analysis phase and then implement those changes. So we saw in the process approach diagram there is a key role from the management to demonstrate the commitment towards compliance to the standard requirements. So we need to have a risk management policy which is similar to that of your quality policy, with maybe with a specific focus to software. You can have it. And what is that level of risk as an organization we are ready to take with respect to the acceptance, and who has got what authorizations, that needs to be clear, and providing adequate resource. Our adequate resource includes the relevant infrastructure and the team to develop the products in an effective way. And also they need to be part of the reviews at critical phases and then to ensure it has been going in a right manner. It is ultimately the manufacturer, the top management of the manufacturing company is responsible for the safety and effective performance of the device in the market. So to that effect, they need to have the commitment and provide adequate directions to the team to perform the activities. So when it comes to providing resources, need to have appropriate training by means of academic qualifications, by means of on-job training, and by means of other training. The person who is performing an activity has to be appropriately trained to do that activity. So you need to have certain documentation to demonstrate this capability. So this is an overall brief on how the quality system is mapped with respect to the SDLC process, which is for the medical devices. Let us quickly go through an